加拿大
This
生
is
产疫
one of
苗
the
实验室
largest
内
and
部。
most advanced infectious disease research centers in the world.
So we always wear in our labs 2 sets of gloves.
Daryl Falzarano is the lead investigator in the search for a vaccine.
This is a containment level 3 lab at Vito Intervac, where we would work on viruses like the novel coronavirus from China.
Scientists are making their own synthetic version of the novel coronavirus in order to begin research. But
Having a case in Canada may improve our access to getting virus, which is a lot faster than reconstructing it ourselves. Correct, or even...
recently, this lab developed a vaccine for a coronavirus that killed 10 million pigs in North America. And scientists also worked on a potential vaccine for SARS.
So SARS came, spread globally, and then went away very quickly, and there was never another case. So far, it looks like a SARS vaccine would not protect against this novel coronavirus. We don't know that for sure yet, but that's sort of the general feeling at the moment.
But information from that research will be useful.
All of the air, all of the water, all of the waste has to be treated before it leaves the building.
This sophisticated lab costs $18 million a year for its research. In order to actually manufacture vaccines, it would need more money.
Because we don't have capacity in the country, or not as much as we used to have. So when these situations like this one arise, we have to go to other countries to get our technologies manufactured in those countries. So it's really a bottleneck right now for public research like ours.
The goal for now is to create a vaccine prototype within 6 to 8 weeks, then test it on animals.
So everyone can work as hard as they can and as fast as they can, but certain processes take a certain amount of time.
Human trials are at least a year away. Bonnie Allen, CBC News, Saskatoon.
News about the coronavirus is spreading fast, but so is misinformation. Much of it is stoked by fears online. In one case, a CBC story from last summer was used to spread false information about the origins of the coronavirus. The original story revealed that a researcher, her husband, and some of their graduate students were escorted out of the National Microbiology Lab in Winnipeg amidst an RCMP investigation into what the Public Health Agency of Canada described as a possible policy breach and administrative matter. That part is true. Here's how the story was twisted into a conspiracy theory about the coronavirus. American businessman Kyle Bass tweeted that a husband and wife Chinese spy team were recently removed from a level 4 infectious disease facility in Canada for sending pathogens to the Wuhan facility. That story has gone viral. Some versions of it claim the Chinese government weaponized the virus and released it on innocent people. One article from a conspiracy blog was shared more than 6,000 times on Facebook. The story even made its way on Chinese-owned social media app TikTok, where a video pushing these claims was watched more than 350,000 times. CBC reporting has never claimed the two scientists were spies or that they brought any version of the coronavirus to the lab in Wuhan. After repeated requests, Canada's Public Health Agency has released this statement. This is misinformation, and there is no factual basis for claims being made on social media. Experts say disinformation about the coronavirus is creating a social panic online.
The broader damage is that there grows a mistrust towards both government authorities, public health officials, the media, authoritative sources of media, and then one has a kind of social media environment where speculation, rumor, and conspiracy theories take over and really wash out the factual information that is being promoted online.
As with most conspiracy theories, there are kernels of truth that are being distorted. Here's what's true. We know Jianguo Chu is a medical doctor and virologist from Tianjin, China. She came to Canada for graduate studies in 1996. She's still affiliated with universities there and has brought in many students over the years to help with her work. Chu's husband, Keating Chang, works at the Winnipeg lab as a biologist. He's published research papers on other coronaviruses, including SARS. We have reported that scientists at the National Microbiology Lab sent live Ebola and Henipa viruses to Beijing on an Air Canada flight last March. The Public Health Agency of Canada said all federal policies were followed, but the agency still has not confirmed if that shipment is part of the RCMP investigation into the two scientists. We do know, contrary to social media posts, that the coronavirus was not part of that shipment. In another story, we reported that Chu made at least 5 trips to China in 2017 to 18. That included one to train scientists and technicians at China's newly certified Level 4 lab. It's in Wuhan and does research with the most deadly pathogens. Again, Canada's Public Health Agency has denied any connection between the RCMP investigation, Chu's visits to Wuhan, or any Canadian research with this coronavirus outbreak. But it won't answer questions on the current status of Chu and Cheng, citing privacy reasons. The Canadian government still has to release a lot of information, but it is in no way related to the disinformation we're seeing about bioweapons and spies. This expert says governments and public health authorities need to do a better job of communicating facts at times like this, on social media and in the languages of the communities impacted.
It's incredibly challenging during fast-moving outbreaks of any type of disease to balance between information to keep the public safe and prevent something becoming a massive epidemic, and also trying to provide truthful information, and then finally providing enough so that you don't end up with a vacuum, which is where disinformation can flourish.
This is becoming an increasingly important part of the public health communication strategy, because this won't be the last time we face disinformation during a potential epidemic.